what's up, Andrew Tate fans? Yep. I don't know if I should call him. I should say fans. I mean, people that are gonna watch this video. Andrew Tate destroys feminists. And without further ado, let's go.
There has not been in the history of humanity across any culture, any book, any story, any fable. There has never been across the history of humanity any respect put in the name of a promiscuous female ever, ever. You name the biggest.
Why is he angry now? State your points. Calm down, bro.
That you could possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box, and if he decides to be loyal, which some do, and I can be loyal, and I have been loyal, but there's also times in my life where I think, fuck it, I don't want to be, and get a new girlfriend every single day of the week. I can do that, and I can decide to do that. If a woman decides to do the same, purely because her value is high enough to attract so many males, because she's beautiful, for example, it is completely different. And I'm going to explain to you why it's completely different, so buckle up. It's different. It's different. It's different. Well, I'll tell you why. It is impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself. Because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking. There's no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high-value men or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She was just too drunk to realize he's a loser, plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be fucking, or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that. You ain't just gonna go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he's worth pussy. Yeah, he treats me good enough to get my pussy. Da-da-da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female.
I mean, as much as I don't really like this guy, honestly, but this guy actually says some things that actually make sense. Sometimes, literally. Sometimes he says all totally bullshit, and sometimes just says stuff that makes sense. And this delivery, I just nah. I think probably I don't know. I don't wanna. It's an entertainment video, so I don't want you guys to be attacking me or anything. Let's just move on.
Sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? If you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So when a woman is sleeping around with all these men, she's devaluing herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows, God knows, the universe knows. When a man does it, he doesn't devalue himself at all. That's just the way it works.
Can I ask you a question? Wait, Esther, 1 second. Sir, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to 2 men?
Alright. No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G. If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
No, I'm asking.
Okay, I asked, what if they're different races?
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand.
Okay, this guy actually...
Or at least. If you have a woman fucking 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say...
Disgusting.
Wait.
Have you seen the twins that had 2 different dads?
Oh yeah, I saw that. May I just say something then? So if that is the case, yeah, if the one thing that you're meant to have is you, at least you know who the 2 people that put that child on earth are, then that's why promiscuity for men is also a problem, because they get women pregnant, sometimes they don't even know they have children. That's a wrap, no?
No, it's completely different. It's different because you have to understand, I'm talking about humans. You look at humans from a societal perspective, but society has changed, right? So let's say 200-300 years ago, if a woman got pregnant, she needed a man to survive. If that man didn't take care of her during pregnancy, she was going to die. She couldn't work a job, she couldn't hunt, couldn't fish, whatever, right? A woman literally needed that man for survival. So if you were to come to me and say I'm pregnant, but you've been fucked by 4 different dudes, I'd be like, who says it's mine? Why am I looking after you? None of them want to look after her. She will literally perish. This is why most of the world today Still today, virginity is so coveted, and throughout all of history it's been so coveted because that's the only way to ensure paternity. She's a virgin, I know that's my baby. She ain't a virgin, prove it's mine. Outside of this modern science bullshit, Shaitan, the devil we have here in the West, in most of the world today, without virginity or at least a low body count or at least anti-promiscuity, you can't tell that that's your baby. So it's a completely different thing. You're looking at the idea of a woman being pregnant and coming to a group of men saying, one of you has to take care of me and put up with me when I'm fat and moody and annoying and I need my bills paid. And all the men are going to sit there and go, no, fuck no, prove it's mine. You can't prove it, bounce. Well, it's different. If I get 4 women pregnant, we know the deal.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So obviously back then for survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, could die and all of these things, they would perish. In today's
She has like a furnished Nigerian accent.
society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go
Still
and
need
get.
men.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense.
Well,
Perhaps
yeah, that's
like
right.
naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one, and two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots.
But there though, he actually drove off the main points a little bit. Because obviously those ones are like history, yeah, we know made all those things, but like we're talking about like physical stuff. You know, we've seen a lot of single mothers. You know, a lot of them, like countless. So they've probably felt they don't need men and like they're doing well on their own. So about this particular one, he drifted off a little bit though.
Thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or tire needs changing, and all that.
Facts though.
vanishes.
Yeah, this
It's
one is
garbage.
true. Exactly. Now this is what you should have just said. You know, like your car breaks down, or you need someone to like fix it up for you, or like you get a flat tire. You know, those basic things that I don't think like most women will have like the energy or you know the thing to do it. This is what you should have said instead of bringing men created television, internet. Nah, that's unnecessary.
Broken down car with a tire needs changing, and all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the actual very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to get canceled again, but I don't give a fuck.
It's gonna be good. You're gonna get cancelled, but you don't give a
This is the
fuck.
point. Feminism in and of itself can't be defended. Any idea, the point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This is what the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus, doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies and they were prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists. The only people who can defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you will learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan when Taliban kicked America out. And he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani defense forces there, and they funded the Afghani defense forces to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani defense forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war. The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there. You're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight?
Can I ask?
Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own fucking idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid.
So-
the second men don't defend it, it just fails as a fucking ideology. It's garbage.
May I tell you something now? So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to.
This stupid guy eating tangerine like an idiot. God, this guy is funny. This guy is funny.
Wait, because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms, and in fact, I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan.
Okay, she's Angolan. I knew that accent was definitely African.
I'm Angolan. you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent as a man. Therefore, naturally, a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a
Who's
gun.
normalising equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's the
People
case.
like who?
Let me tell you,
Who wants to
Auntie.
normalise equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else
No,
wants that?
well, actually, no equality.
But feminists don't want equality, they want superiority, and it can never happen. I don't know. Let me just shut
That's
up.
video
No,
like.
what's stopping you from getting respect?
No,
I get respect.
I
What's
get
stopping you from getting
respect. I get respect.
So, but
That's
you
what I
just
want.
said
That's
you
what
want
I like.
respect.
What I think is,
You don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I
You don't know
want.
what you want. You want
As a
equality
woman,
and
I
you
carry
want
myself
respect.
differently. I actually hold the things that I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take
argue
it.
you.
You do
I tell
sometimes.
you.
And
I
I'll tell
don't
you something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to, procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong. And I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denalva, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? Okay, I'll tell
What would
you.
you do? What would
One,
you do? No, seriously, there's no guns
She's
here.
a feminist.
I'll tell you. No, I'm not a
She was
feminist.
strict as they take
I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either I
okay,
play
these
dead,
two guys.
one. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
No,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this, and then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of
Okay,
it.
so
If they want to come and kill me,
let's make an
there's not
important
much that
point.
many people
But
can
let's
do.
make an important point. You're talking about equality, equally respect. The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing. We can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with
Equity.
completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where it all gets fucked up. We try to pretend it's all the
Yes.
same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight and work. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is silent bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around with Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go fucking die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front
I
line
didn't
of
laugh.
Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying. You know where the women are? Dubai, chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie, it's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at
No
other
way.
things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world.
As many of you know, I was
Okay.
just banned.
That last part, I completely and totally agree. 100%. Literally, like, hands down. Anyways, that's 100 Destroys Feminists. And yeah, till we see you next time, guys. Peace.